my god, do I even need to speak for this dress? I literally feel like a princess. I'm gonna have to give this one a pass. What is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can see by the title, we have yet another wedding related video. Now, if you guys have seen any of my previous videos to do with wedding dresses, you'll know that I've done quite a few on like eBay and Wish sort of dresses, but I've never actually tried a store where the dresses might actually be half decent. So for today's video, I thought I would try out some wedding dresses from Asos. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. In order to actually film this video, I had to spend almost £1,000 on wedding dresses. And let me just tell you, wedding dresses are not cheap. So I picked up 6 different dresses and they're all sort of like different styles, different shapes, and I'm really interested to see which ones I will like because as you guys know, I recently got engaged, so I'm actually on the lookout for a real wedding dress. So together, we are gonna see if any of these dresses are worth the money and worth the time. If you guys are brand new here, make sure you guys come and join the dinosaur family by subscribing down below, and also be sure to follow me on my social media at Roxxsaurus. But without further ado, let's get on into the video. Okay, so first things first, I'm probably gonna get a lot of comments on my eye makeup, and I did actually use my Revolution X ROXI palette. This is the Color Burst palette. You guys have probably seen it 100 times, but you guys have been asking me to do a blue toned look with some of the more like cool tone shades from the palette, so I delivered. If you guys would want to see a tutorial of this look, let me know. I might do like a little Insta video tutorial kind of thing. But back to the dresses. So the first one I have is this one right here. So this is actually the smallest one that came in like a little regular ASOS packet, whereas all the other ones are literally like a giant bloody box wrapped in the ASOS packaging. So let's just try and start it off nice and easy and just try the little one on. Oh, actually there's 2. That is a curveball. I did not expect that. Okay, so out of the 2, I think I'm gonna try this one first. It's kind of like a little lacy moment. To be honest with you guys, they all pretty much look the same when they're in the packaging because they're white and they're lacy, so how much more adventurous could you get with a wedding dress? Ooh, oh my god, this is actually gorgeous. Can you guys see that? Wow. So the first dress cost me £36. It was actually reduced from £75, which is such a bargain. So this is basically from a brand called Club L London. Never heard of it, but to be honest, I've never really shopped for a proper wedding dress before either. Basically, the thing that drew me to this dress is the sleeves because they're kind of like lacy, but also sheer. And I don't know what it is, but I just have this thing where I actually am obsessed with these sort of sleeves. And I think I definitely want my wedding dress to have them. So the front is basically a V-neck sort of cut. It's got like little lace scalloping across the sort of neckline. And then the back is kind of like a teardrop effect. It's kind of cut out at the back. This is literally the cutest dress ever. Already I'm in love. And the bottom is basically just like a straight down bottom. It's actually nothing too fancy on the bottom half, but the top half definitely is a showstopper. I'm really interested to see if this will fit because it's a size 8, but obviously with wedding dresses, you usually want to get them tailored. So let's try this on and see if it actually looks and fits nicely. Okay, so this is the first dress and oh my god, I'm just looking in the mirror and I'm kind of obsessed. Like, it just fits so well. I did not expect this whatsoever. I think my main feature of this dress is definitely the sleeves. Like I said, I just think they're so beautiful and so dainty, and I also actually really like the neckline. Again, I didn't really think it'd be up to like my taste, but I actually kind of like it. In terms of the sizing of this dress, I got this in a size 8, and I feel like although it fits really nicely, it is kind of tight around the waistband. So I mean, if you're planning to eat at all on your wedding day, you're gonna probably struggle in this one because it's just really, really tight around my belly. And I feel like if I ate anything or bloated, it just would not be very forgiving, if you know what I mean. The length of this dress is really nice. It kind of just goes down to the floor. It kind of drags a tiny bit, but not too much. And I feel like with a nice pair of heels, this would look amazing. This is actually the first dress that I've tried on that isn't like a Wish or a eBay sort of dress that's super cheap looking. This is actually really nice, and I actually kind of like it. I think overall, I'm gonna give this like a 7 out of 10. Okay, so the next dress is the second one from the same packet. This one actually looks a little bit more boring, I've got to say. It doesn't really have too much lace or anything like that, which if lace isn't really your thing, maybe this one would be the one for you. So this is it, and oh wow, so it's actually from the same brand. It's from Club L London. And this is what it looks like. It's gonna be so hard to show this one. Basically, it's kind of like a halter neck sort of style thing. So it's supposed to sit around your neck like so, and then kind of come down like this. Now I've got to say, this is something I've never actually considered that I would have as my actual wedding dress. I'm just not really into like halter neck as much, but I was definitely willing to give it a go because I feel like you have to try everything to kind of know what your taste and style is. And then the bottom is absolutely gorgeous. It's basically like a fitted sort of bodycon style dress, and then it kind of tapers out at the bottom, and it's got quite a long trail, which is definitely something I actually really want in my own wedding dress too. This one is another affordable one. I've got to say, this one was only £35, and we're gonna get to the expensive stuff after this, but honestly, for £35, if someone was actually looking for a wedding dress, I feel like this is a really nice quality one. We're yet to see how it's gonna fit, so let's pop it on and see how it looks. Okay, this next dress, I've got to say, I'm not really a fan of. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't look very like wedding-y to me. It just doesn't seem like a bridal dress. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that it's like really high neck. I do actually really like the back of it. I think it's very flattering on the back, but I don't know, the front, it just feels like too blocky. Maybe if I had some kind of cutout or maybe like a little slither of skin, it would look a little bit better. It has got quite a long trail that sort of just hangs and drags behind you. Again, for a really inexpensive wedding dress, I feel like it's actually a pretty good steal because it is a very nice quality. It's not see-through. It's very nice and stretchy as well. I don't really have anything bad to say about it, but just personally, it's not my cup of tea, but let me know what you guys think. I think for me, I'm gonna give this like a 5 out of 10. Okay, it's now time to move on to the humongous boxes. I'm actually really looking forward to this because these are like 100 and 200 plus, so surely it's gonna be good. This feels so fancy. I've never opened a box this big from Asos. Oh my god, on the box, it actually says Asos Bride. That is literally the cutest thing ever. I swear to god, if every dress comes packaged like this, that is so cool. This box is literally taking up my whole studio. Send help. Okay. Wow. This is different. What do I even say about this dress right now? So this one is the Asos edition satin fishtail wedding dress with dramatic sleeves. So this one actually cost me £120, which is definitely an expensive dress, but for wedding dresses in the grand scheme of things, that is literally nothing. Just because in the grand scheme of things, wedding dresses can cost up to like £10,000, probably even more. And if I was to get a dress that expensive, I'd probably have to sell my liver. So we're gonna just stick to Asos dresses for now. So this one is very interesting because the actual color isn't white. It's kind of like a metallic-y beige? I don't even know. It's definitely not white, but it's kind of got like a gray sheen to it. I'm kind of questioning whether they want you to wear this as a bride or as like a bridesmaid. I don't really know because I feel like that would kind of maybe outshine the bride if you were wearing a long gown like this. It is a pretty long dress. Also, this dress is completely backless, so if this is too loose, then my butt will just be on show. That's just how it's gonna be. So without further ado, let's try this on and see how this looks. Okay, I'm gonna have to give this one a pass. Honestly, this is probably the weirdest, well, actually I've tried some weird things on my channel. This could be one of the weirdest wedding dresses I've tried on my channel, that's for sure, because this just does not look like a typical traditional wedding dress, let's be real. I actually quite like the back. I mean, it's very exposing, but it's, you know, a little bit different. This dress has a lot of length. It's got a really long trail or tail or whatever it's called. It looked cool on the model, but now that I'm wearing it, I kind of feel like I'm someone's like aunt. It just kind of has like a weird middle-aged woman vibe sort of thing. I don't think I would actually wear this to a wedding, whether that's as a bride or as a bridesmaid or even a guest. I just feel like it's too extra for a wedding, and I don't know, maybe I'm just quite traditional. I prefer like a white dress, but I wanted to give this a go just to see what it's like. I feel like the fabric is really hot as well. Like I'm actually sweating wearing this right now, which is not great if you're, you know, wanting to wear it for a whole day on your wedding day. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give this like a 2 out of 10. Okay, next up we have the next dress. This kind of feels like Christmas. I have no clue which one this is gonna be, so we'll see together. Okay, wow, this dress is definitely a princess dress of my dreams. I honestly love the embellishing. I think it's so beautifully detailed. Now this one is another Asos edition one, so it's Asos's own brand, and they called it the embroidered and beaded wedding dress. This was actually £135, so again, it's not really the cheapest. Also, this dress isn't like your true white wedding dress. It's actually more of like a beigey cream kind of dress, which I actually kind of like. And then this is the bottom. It's very long, very layered, which I actually really like. I really like this bottom because although it's not like a Cinderella kind of dress by any means, it is quite floaty. And as you can see with the model's photo, she's kind of like turning, and I feel like it definitely will have a lot of movement. So for £135, I feel like it's a really beautiful dress. It's very well made. The quality feels really nice, but let's actually try it on and see how it looks. Okay, this next one is absolutely gorgeous. Again, I am obsessed with this. I'm gonna have such a hard time finding the style that I actually want for my wedding dress after trying all these, but basically this one is super floaty. As you can see, this is literally like a princess dress but without the poofiness, if you know what I mean. I love how long this dress is. There's literally so much fabric, it just never ends. Although the length of the fabric is kind of making me a little bit worried. If I do have a long dress for my actual wedding, I feel like I might just trip on it. The top half is so beautiful. Like I said, it's very dainty, very detailed with lots of like little pearls and sequins. And then the bottom is very simple and plain, but I just love how floaty it is and how much movement there is. This dress was a little bit more expensive than the other two, but I feel like it definitely shows in the quality and like the detailing of the dress, and also the length of it. I feel like there's literally so much fabric here. I really like this one. I think I actually like it even more than the first one, so I'm gonna have to give this like an 8 out of 10. Okay, so the next dress comes in another massive box. My god, this one is so beautiful. I am kind of in love with it, and I'm kind of contemplating already, like, what if this is my real wedding dress? So the first thing I've got to say is the top half is so gorgeous. It's again kind of got that lacy effect. It's not really exactly what I'm after because I really prefer where it's kind of like half mesh, half lace, if you know what I mean. And then the bottom half is the main event of this whole dress because it is just layers and layers and absolute layers of fabric. There is so much fabric, it's literally just like filled up my whole room. Let me try and get this whole dress into shot because I feel like you guys aren't actually getting the gist of how big this dress is. So let's pop this on and see how it looks. Oh my god, do I even need to speak for this dress? This dress is everything. I just cannot get over how much fabric there is in this dress. I literally feel like a princess. You guys know I usually go for the regular sort of fishtail, bodycon kind of dresses, but I'm actually really liking this. I swear I'm literally saying that about almost every dress in this video, but this one is just like so special. It's so long, like you can't even, I can't. The top half is actually really well fitted. I really like the sleeves. They're not itchy or anything. It fits very nicely around my waist. And in general, I just love the bottom half of this dress. It's just so beautiful. I feel like a princess, and I feel like that's what it's all about on your wedding day. You want to feel like a princess, and this definitely makes me feel it. But again, like I said, unfortunately with wedding dresses, you do get what you pay for, and you know, when you pay £300, you're gonna get a lot nicer of a dress than you will for like £30. I've got to say, I'm gonna give this like a 9 out of 10 because I don't think I can give it a 10 just because it's not like my perfect wedding dress, but it's coming pretty close. And the very last dress of this video is another expensive one. This one is the second most expensive of this video. Now this one cost me £295 and it's actually an Asos edition dress. Now again, it's kind of on the expensive side, but it definitely justifies it just because it is so gorgeous. So the top half is kind of simple. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's kind of just like an all over lace. Then the back kind of has like a V-neck cutout with like a scalloped sort of edge. And then the actual bottom of the dress is so gorgeous. There's lots of like meshy sort of layers to it, but the main portion of the dress remains quite bodycon. It's quite tight fitting and it goes all the way down to the floor and kind of drags a tiny bit, but not too much. Now with this dress, I feel like it's not too out there. It's not too in your face, but it's very like subtle and delicate, which is what I really liked about it. So let's pop it on and see how it looks. Now this is the very last dress, and again, I really actually like this one. It's definitely a little bit more simpler than any of the other dresses I showed you guys in this video. I actually really love the bottom mostly because again, it's got like that netting sort of fabric covering the bodycon sort of part of the dress, and then it actually has quite a long trail at the back as well. It's like all connected, as you can see, and it just looks really gorgeous as you're walking down the aisle. I'm gonna be honest, the thing I'm kind of thrown off by is the top half. I feel like these straps are a little bit too close together. I feel like they would look a lot better if they were just like a tiny bit more apart like this, but it's not the end of the world. It's still a really beautiful dress. Also, I really love the detailing around the bodice part of the dress where the lace kind of overlaps onto the actual netting fabric, which I think looks really beautiful and dainty as well. Again, I really like this one. It's not as good of an option for me as the previous one because I really love that one, so I think I'm gonna give this like a 7 out of 10. So those are all of the wedding dresses I'm gonna try out for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found this a little bit helpful as well. If any of you guys out there are gonna get married anytime soon, let me know in the comments, and congratulations to any of you guys out there. I hope you guys got to see what some of these wedding dresses actually look like on a person like me who isn't a model, because I feel like a lot of these people on Asos are obviously models, so sometimes I feel like it's kind of hard to see yourself in a dress. Be sure to let me know which one of these dresses was your favorite. I feel like my favorite was definitely the most expensive one, which is so like annoying because it is the most expensive one. But I feel like with wedding dresses, the more you pay, the more you actually get for your money, and it definitely shows in the quality and like the intricacy of the actual dress. If you guys would like to see more wedding dresses related videos or just any videos in general, let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next. But that is all from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Mwah.